G'day gang, how are we going? It's Brad Shepherd here from Create PT Wealth, and I'm very privileged and honoured today to be here for another one of our Create PT Wealth success story interviews, our six-figure plus club. And I'll take no further time to introduce our very special guest, and his name is Jonathan, also known to us here in the office as Bam Bam Bannister. So mate, welcome brother.
What's going on?
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Excellent.
Feeling good.
That's good. We might have a little bit of a delay in the audio here, but we'll see how we go. So, mate, let's cut straight to it. Bam Bam, tell us a little bit about your introduction to the fitness industry. How long have you been in the game for? And when did you get yourself certified? All that sort of stuff. Let's kick off with that part.
All right, so pretty much I got certified in November the 6th, 2013. I've been on and off with PT. It's only since 2014 when I went full time.
Yeah.
Pretty much I'm the owner of Off Tap Fitness. Just started that last year. That's when I ended up coming with you guys. I specialise in Gen Pop, and I work with a few athletes doing transformation specialists with weight loss and body shaping.
Yeah, cool. So if we go back to the start, certified just over 4 years ago, and then it took a little while, did it, before you actually got your first rep-based position in a gym? Is that where you kicked off?
Yeah, like I started at once I finished my course.
Yeah.
I ended up working at Steps in the Valley, and then they ended up closing down. So then I took a little bit of time off for PT, and then moved away, and then I come back, and then I got really stuck into it now.
Yeah, and so that period between getting certified and then becoming a little bit more serious, what would have been up to a year and a half, maybe? Yeah. So being certified for 4 years, but I guess by the sounds of it, treating it really seriously for the last 18 months, 2 years, maybe thereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. We got an interesting story about how we met. We, myself and Jace, we travel a lot around the country. We were checking in at Virgin. The lady at Virgin was having a good old chat with us. Very lovely lady she was, very complimentary. She goes, "You guys look very fit. You got big muscles, all the rest of it." And we were very always happy to receive those compliments. And she goes, "What is it you guys do?" We're wearing the same T-shirt. We said, "Well, we're in the fitness industry. We educate personal trainers on running their business." She goes, "Oh, my son's he's just not recently certified as a personal trainer." And we said, "Oh, beauty, here we go." We pulled out a copy of our book. And we gave her a copy of the book. This is your mum. And then we started the chat there. I think we got your details and we followed up. I remember we added you to our database. And back then, I think that was probably that time when you were probably not really, although you embarked on the industry, it might have been a bit of that time when you've been in limbo, wasn't it? Yeah. So the timing probably wasn't right for you. And then, we'd done our process of keep following up. We added you to our database. Obviously, you'd heard plenty about us. You were receiving our emails. You had the book, all that sort of stuff. And then the time became right for you. And I think we ran into your mum again at another instance. And we were like, "Hey, we had a good old chat." And then we're like, "Hey, let's follow up again." And sure enough, we did. And then you come to the event. So you got your mum to thank in many ways, hey?
Yeah. Nah, she's good. She gave us a good push.
That's good. So, mate, tell us about when you first launched with us at Create PT Wealth. Obviously, you'd had a business. You were doing sessions. Like, roughly, how many sessions were you doing, and what might that have meant for you per week in terms of revenue?
I think when I first started then, I was still in a build-up at the gym, and I was going for the first 3 months wasn't really making anything because I had to restart. So pretty much building that reputation and, slogging it out from like 3 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. First in, last out. No life, no nothing. Probably clipping just under 1,200 a week. That's after, we just paid everything and,
Yeah.
But now it's like totally, on the same page now.
Different spot now. So, like you said, when you first kicked off, you did everything you could. Let's fast forward the clock now. So about $1,200 a week, which for many PTs, it's after a period of time, it's a good starting spot. But tell us a bit about like sessions and revenue and all that sort of stuff now for you.
So pretty much now I work under 25 hours a week, so about 35 sessions. My weeks range from 1,600 to 2,300 a week. I pretty much clean 9.2 a month now. So 6.4 of that is through direct debit, and I run free boot camps as well. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's great. That's awesome. Huge change, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, lots of systems in place.
Yeah. So 9.2 a month of that 6.4. So a good percentage of that's all direct debit. Because I know when we first met you, there was none of that in place, was there? People were just paying ad hoc cash, a few transfers and that sort of stuff. And I think for you, that was one of your first starting systems, wasn't it? It's just like that direct debit thing. I need to get that sorted now. Yeah. And you're an action.
I was always like, do I should do it?
Yeah. You're an action taker. So I remember that, you know, like even from your meetings with us, it was like right from the get go. I was like, all right, just tell me what to do and I'll go and do it. You know, I'll make this stuff happen.
Yeah.
So also the other bit is you said you're doing a good number of sessions, but doing up to about 25 hours of, hands-on activity. How does that feel different now to what it was back in the day?
Way easier, bro. Like, I actually got time. Like, I'm finished now for the morning. I had like a little bit of a pump. Like, you wouldn't have caught me talking to anyone right now. I would have been smashing out sessions. I would have been here since like 3. I would have been like tired and, you know.
Yeah. So, we're at the middle of the day here. So what you're saying is you've already done your morning block. You've sorted all that bit out. You've trained yourself. You now got that time where you can effectively work on the business. And this is stuff you didn't have before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think each week I start to get smaller and smaller. I keep thinking that I'm losing clients, but I'm actually like just squishing them up to all on one day. I'm like, where's my week gone? I got like 3 days off now.
That's great. And tell us a bit about when you first launched with us. For want of a better word, your systems and anyways, non-existent, weren't they? You just working off your natural instinct and your own desire to make it happen. So tell us a bit about some of the turning points of some of those systems you put in place.
So pretty much a lot of it was through you guys. Tim was working a lot with me, trying to make me really push for the systems going. I'm like, I wasn't really sure about them. As soon as we started, the first one was the direct debit. As soon as that went in, like, life was good. I didn't have to worry about like cancellation sessions and like, you didn't turn up, mate, so you still got to pay. I'm like, I don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah.
If someone misses something, there's like cancellations in set now. There's like a 3-week heads up before you go. All payments come through. I don't have to chase no money, no nothing. It's pretty much I have enough time. All I need to worry about is turning up to work, focusing on a session, making sure the programs are good. The subscription systems are in. I got online training. I got check-in systems. You wouldn't have caught me doing this like a while ago. I would have been still on pieces of paper and booklets and 50,000 papers on my desk. And
effectively chasing your tail. So each week becomes a bit of a scramble sort of thing.
Yeah, trying to figure out, where'd I put that paper? And now it's all, I can run it all off my phone. I'm like, what am I doing today? Bang, shows me everything I'm doing. What am I doing with this person?
Yeah. And going back to putting some of those systems in place, even like that direct debit cancellation exit policy that you just mentioned, did you initially have any resistance to it, or were you a little bit concerned about how am I going to deliver this stuff? Can you remember back to some of those times?
Well, my sales was pretty good. Like, I think it's more nano tight. I think because when I was starting off again, like, people, like, your clients can like smell like they're trying to push too hard, and then eventually, I just got more comfortable with like trying to deliver the system and like, this is what I offer. I think I've got a lot more value on myself now. I've been upskilled in that area of training.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? That comes across, and I guess what I hear in your voice is also a level of confidence, because that, all right, first of all, the logistical part of it is sorted. I've got more confidence to know that this system's working well. But secondly, I also know that I'm great at what I do. I back myself, and so therefore I put a price against my time.
Yeah.
Has your rate changed in that time as well? Has it increased for what people are investing in you per session?
Yeah. Definitely. It's more like the sessions after the first time when I did the seminar. I remember writing a thing, and then like within the second day, I already put my price up, and people went to it straight away. And then I remember receiving the letter, what I put, it was like, I think it was like 50 and 70, and like by the time I was already halfway through, I've already just did another price bump. So now, you know, I'm sitting on 100 flat just for a 1 hour session. A lot of the guys are going for like, you know, between 66 for a single session. That's in a half-hour rate, and because I do a bunch of different packs.
Yeah.
So everything sort of includes entwines as one, so it's all one package. Or, you know, the more you see, the more it comes through.
Yep. That's excellent. And I guess, again, rewinding the clock, you know, would you have thought getting $66 for a half hour or 100 for a full hour, whatever, would that, you know, was that going to be possible in the industry? I guess, curious to know. Back then, was the mind, do you think it was a possibility, or?
Because I'm out in the suburbs, I was like, oh, there's no way I'd be able to charge that. And like, you know, I'm about to go on another bump up soon. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's great. Excellent.
Just finding where that thing is.
Yeah. And mate, you've had some good game time in the industry. Obviously, you've had a lot of experience with your own training. You know, you enter competitions, you do all that sort of stuff outside just running the business. What do you think it is that you see a lot of PTs out there who aren't succeeding or getting what it is that they need in terms of results, in terms of business?
I think the business side, if I would have had this when I first come out of the institute and did like a business course, or I had someone to lean on, because there was a lot of times that before I came to the Great PT Wealth, that was actually sitting there, would have been stewing over something for months. Yeah. And if I had a coach to balance it off, like if I got stuck and I just be like, oh, Timmy, I'm really stuck here, mate. And like, what about this? And it was instant fix. Yeah. Just that little circle of thinking. I'm like, oh, I just can't do it. And then like 2 seconds later, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's a big thing that people give us feedback on. It's like, you know, I make the reference like an electrician. You know, it goes, do you want to figure out all the intricacies about an electrical system, or do you want to figure out how to switch the switch on? You know the bit that works. You know, and if you know the bit that works, then it's going to make your job a hell of a lot easier. And I guess that's where you got someone who's been there and done it before you, who can help you, you know, get down that path really quickly. That's for sure. Yeah, so getting the help of a coach. Why else do you reckon? Because there's plenty of PTs out there who aren't making it. You know, what other things do you think are standouts?
Pretty much like professionalism, or like, you know, being in the session. Yeah. Like try and like be with the client. Don't be like talking to other people or on your phone, or like, you know, when you're there, they're paying for you. Like, you know,
be present every single step of the way.
We see a lot of. Yeah, a lot of our gym guys, like before we came, they'd be all over the shop. They'd be walking off on clients when they're in mid-session. I'm like, what? Yeah. So, yeah. And actually, like, not being a time for money trainer. Like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Like, actually give a shit about your client a little bit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I think what you mentioned before is you've now packaged up more of an overall system that you sell to people, as opposed to just going, here's a session, here's the cost of it. You've bundled up what it is that you offer. And have you found...
It's pretty much, I've opened...
Sorry, over to you.
I pretty much started... Yeah, so I ended up hooking up with it's getting like a delay thingy going.
Yeah.
I've ended up just opening up an app, so I've ended up getting pushed over from one of my coaches that I see for personal training as well. So Simon actually did the program as well, and he's like, oh, have you thought about this way? So, you know, I've ended up opening my own app. So when you come on board, you get added to the app, you know, you get your food done in there, your programs in there, you know, stats, you name it. So it's not like, oh, well, my trainer's got all my stuff. It's like you can choose to look at it or not.
Yep. Right. Excellent. So you're looking for ways to further value add, to further enhance the experience people get when they come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it's got to be more. It's like a two-way street instead of just a one-way. You know. Yeah. The more value that you have for your session, the more the client's going to be looked after.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And mate, things are obviously moving in the right direction for you. So, 2017 was a huge year for you. 2018's on the up as well. What things have you got? Big picture stuff have you got planned? What goals would you like to achieve?
So I pretty much one of my main focuses is put on the trainer, because I'm still like 50-50 with that, but like that's actually something that I want to get in. I want to find the right person for that. I'm also trying to see to buy into one of the gyms or start my own gym as well.
Yeah, that's great. So first of all, hire the PTs, and I know that we've spoken about this, and that's part of your goal. Obviously, you're doing well. You're booked out. You got plenty of sessions. Income's coming in. You know, $2,000 a week thereabouts. It's a good spot to be in. $100,000 a year, $9,000 a month.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, well, you're pretty much at capacity, and you probably haven't got a lot of spots available for new people.
Yeah, I'm pretty much about to clip my thing without, losing my side of the service. So it'd be good to have some kind of balance of someone in the same zone.
Yeah, that's great. And then the big picture from there is there might be an opportunity for you to buy into a gym, big aspirations to have your own as well down the track.
Yeah, so I can start to see, like, especially I don't have to own it all right out, but like, so I can see how, not to crash and burn, do that extra learning side of it.
Yep, that's awesome. Cool. Now, mate, advice for PTs out there. Obviously, there's plenty of PTs who's wondering, is coming on to one of these events, getting a coach or any of that sort of stuff. Is that for me? What's your advice to those people?
I definitely give it a go. I think I read it down here before. What was it? I was in the first seminar. I was like, what would you invest in your PT business? And I ended up saying like everything. Because if you invest as much as you get out of your PT, then you'd be a great PT for it. Especially for most of the guys that if they've just come out of the qualifications, like, oh yeah, I'm the king of the thing, and like you just learnt a 3-month program and no experience prior. So I'd be like, take the extra step, like a small year of your income to make even more.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, eh?
Yeah. So it's a good analogy.
And it's a fast turn. It was fast turnover too, so it's not like you're losing out much.
Yeah. So i.e. you notice pretty quickly for you're investing in the program, but pretty quickly you got an increase in income, which had pretty much paid for that program within a short space in time.
Yeah.
And then from there onwards and upwards, hey, because it's, you're not just you're investing in it for the short term, but it's going to pay you forever above and beyond. You think of that's great.
So I wouldn't have been putting half of the stuff in that I have now. So
yeah. Cool. That's great. All right, mate. So any parting words or bits of advice you got for people that you just think can achieve the type of success that you've had, or some of the things you've put into place? What's your recommendation?
I just definitely, if you're not sure about what you're going on about or how you're trying to get there, just to come down and at least see what one of the seminars is like and actually see what's going on with people. Because I know that I'll still attend seminars, and I'll be doing my second year again after these comps are out of the way.
So continue. I guess what I'm hearing is continue ongoing education. Development is paramount.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Getting comfortable is not. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool. And mate, a few sort of fun questions so we can get to know a bit more about you. Just to conclude, so mate, favorite food, if you could pick it. I'm sure there's lots of.
Oh, bro. Pasta and pesto, like green pesto.
Pesto, pasta, nice. Yeah. What about band and music?
Oh, like Yo Gotti or YG. Yo Gotti.
Fill me in, bro. I'm out of the loop here.
So he's a rapper. Yeah, he's sick as.
Okay.
I'll have that when I'm pumping beats and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. And what do you do to switch off, to unwind, to relax, mate? Because obviously you're a busy man.
Oh, train. Yeah, train. I can't really eat anything right now, so I just go train. Yeah.
So mate, because you got comps coming up, bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah.
Cool.
So back to back from May.
Nice. So you're in the lean down phase, hey?
Yeah, just clipped the 8% mark, so 9 weeks to go.
Nice. So if we chat to you in about a month or 6 weeks' time, you might be slightly more brain dead, hey?
Yeah,
A bit more gaunt.
fish killed.
And mate, what further on the unwind thing to totally goof off, mate? You got a favourite TV show or something like that? What's your go-to if you're going to advise somebody?
Oh, what is it? I was just that Lucifer. That was awesome.
Lucifer, you like that? Yeah, he's a cool dude, hey.
Yeah, Lucifer is sick. Yeah, detective.
It's a cool accent. I
Oh,
like it. Very sophisticated.
yeah.
Oh, that's great, mate. Hey, buddy, congratulations on your success. It's a fantastic achievement. You know, $1,200 a week, money was coming in, but no systems, no structure, all that sort of stuff. To now build it up, 9,200 a month, $2,000 a week thereabouts. It's a great spot to be in, mate. And more importantly, what I've heard is you've changed personally. You've put the systems in place, and from here it's onwards and upwards for you. So, yeah. Nice work, bro.
I love it. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you can tell, mate. Good to have you on board, but we'll finish up now, and want to say thanks, mate, for joining us. And yeah, mate, look forward to having you on our second year of our program moving forward.
Thanking you. Can't wait.
See you, bro.
See you, brother.
Take care.
Catch up.